graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Shoda swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hold up. There we go. Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Play-by-Play with JJ on Sunday Night Baseball. My name is Jason Joseph, and as we just mentioned, this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on those notification bell icons too, and that way you'll know when we do go live. It seems like that these two teams have played each other every game this year. And, well, they're going to be playing again. It's the Dodgers and the Cubs. They are on Sunday Night Baseball tonight. Dodgers are 11-5, and the Cubs are 10-7. The Cubs won 16-0 out at Dodgerland yesterday, and they are hoping to try to take the series today. Ian Happ will be leading things off. Then it'll be Kyle Tucker, Justin Turner, Michael Busch, Dansby Swanson, Nico Horner, and Pete Crow Armstrong, Carson Kelly, and Matt Shaw. And they will be facing Tyler Glassnow, who's going to be on the bump today. Phillies faced Glassnow last week, if you guys remember, for all my Phillies listeners. And so, Glassnow will be on the hill today for the LA Dodgers, and he will try to get redemption from his last outing that he had, which was against the Philadelphia Phillies. So, we are running. We are good to go. Let me get my scoreboard. Let me get that fixed. I'm going to do that right now. There we go. And we shall be good. Yes. What's up, John? What's going on, Scott? What's up, everybody that's here? This just made an attempt on my life while toting a stack of Amazon boxes. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So I'm good. She realized she needs me for the can opener duty, so I'm good for now. What's up, Denbrew? Yes, sir. Denbrew is here, too. Denbrew, thanks for making me notice that for some reason it went to the vertical stream. Oh, I got to go live on TikTok, too. I didn't do that. First pitch, as we start things off, fly ball hit out over to left field. And the catch is going to be made for out number 1 by Michael Conforto. Okay. So, TikTok is going to miss the first out. But that's okay. Here comes Kyle Tucker, who is tied for first in hits this year. All right, and we shall be good to go on the TikTok side of things, and I will also readjust the ESPN side too. First pitch, and that is taken for a ball. It was a little bit low. Okay, that looks better. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch to Tucker, ground ball that's actually lined out over to Hernandez. He lined it out. Thought for sure it was going to be a ground ball, but it was definitely a sinking line drive, and it was caught just above the ground by Kike. Oof. Three pitches, and already 2 outs. Sounds something familiar to y'all? The pitch by Glassnow, and it's a little bit low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Justin Turner is 0 for 14 in his career against Glassnow. He has struck out 10 times against him. The pitch. And that is low for ball 2. Denver says, I'm waiting on dinner to arrive. What's for dinner? I gotta ask. 2-0 pitch. That's taken for a strike. Speaking of dinner, my last night was pretty good. Had some good food. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Justin, fouled away. Oh, really? I don't have this up. I thought I did. White batting gloves for Justin Tucker. For Justin Turner. Justin Tucker. Oh my gosh. 2-2 pitch. And there's a called strike, 3 at the knees. And Turner goes down looking. And there is out number 3. And it's time to go to the bottom of the first, as the Dodgers are coming up to the plate. Don't forget, after the game is done, for those of you that are in fantasy baseball with us, we will be reviewing everybody's fantasy baseball final scores. That's what we do after Sunday Night Baseball is done. So that'll be cool. I had some good food last night. It was good. Ohtani will be batting on the leadoff spot today for the Dodgers. Betts will be batting second. Then it's Tommy Edman hitting third. Teoscar Hernandez is batting fourth. Michael Conforto's fifth. And then it'll be Will Smith batting sixth. Max Muncy batting seventh. Eighth will be Kike Hernandez. And ninth is Miguel Rojas. And that is the starting lineup today for the LA Dodgers. So again, it's Ohtani, Betts, Edman, Hernandez, Conforto, Smith, Muncy, Hernandez, Kike Hernandez, and Miguel Rojas. And the guy that they're facing, it was supposed to be Ben Brown today, but instead it's going to be Colin Ray. And we'll talk a little bit more about him in just a few seconds. But before we do that, hello everybody. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We go live for Sunday Night Baseball. That's what we do on this channel, man. Appreciate you for being on here and for taking the time out of your night to come check us out. It's kind of nice to be able to get a divergence away from the other baseball team that we cover on here. Instead, we get to look at somebody else. And we get to have different combos, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nice to just have that diversion. Ohtani's coming up to the plate. He will be leading things off. Left-handed hitter, of course. Ray this year in 3 appearances, 5 1/3 of an inning. No earned runs allowed, 2 strikeouts. Also no walks allowed either. And pitch number 1 to Shohei Ohtani as he steps into the box is taken for a strike at the knees. Dodgers are in their white and blue uniforms. Also have the red numbers right below on the left side of the chest, below the Dodgers text. That's in dark blue. The pitch, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. If you're tuning in on TikTok, hello. Make sure you guys go follow us. We go live for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, and we also do Sunday Night Baseball as well. The pitch to Ohtani, fly ball hit out over to left field. It's looking foul and just out of reach for Ian Happ. That thing went into the first row, and Happ almost made an excellent catch. Shohei's average at .295. Also has 4 homers and 5 runs batted in. And the sweeper, he takes it outside and low for ball 2. Ohtani, 30 years old. So far in this series, 1 for 7. With 2 strikeouts and a stolen base. Next pitch, and that's popped up, hit out in foul ground, and out of play, the baseball goes. Thanks so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Max Musi Betts, and Kinky Hernandez. Is that what you call him, Kinky? Y'all are funny. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ohtani. Ray kicks and fires the pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking at the knees. Shohei Ohtani in a slump. And he goes down looking at a pitch that was right down the center of the plate at the kneecaps. Just got caught looking at that pitch. Here comes Musi to the plate. And the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Betts is average at 286. He has 3 homers and also 8 runs driven in on the season. Right-handed batter, of course, facing the righty. And the pitch is a cutter at 89 at the kneecaps for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out in the bottom of the first. The pitch to Betts, and it's outside for ball 2. So 1 out here in the bottom of the first. The Cubs went down in order 1-2-3 against Tyler Glassnow. And the pitch to Betts, swing and a miss at 96 miles per hour on the radar gun. 10 pitches already in this bottom of the first. And 1 gone. The next pitch to Mookie is inside. That's some wild games go on today. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 6th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. That pitch was outside. And Ray able to strike out Ohtani and Betts. And so that's 1. And that's 2. Rack up those Ks in the chat. She heard that and looked. The pitch, and that's taken out on the outside corner for a strike, even though it looked a little bit outside, to Tommy Edman. He has 6 long balls this year and 14 RBI as well. Takes the next pitch inside. That was certainly a ball. Home plate umpire for tonight is Sean Barber. Then you got James Hoy at first, DJ Rayburn's at second, and John Libka is at third. The pitch, and it's taken outside for ball 2. The money line tonight for the Dodgers, it's at -240, and the over-under is set at 8.5 runs. The pitch, that's going to be fouled away. John, you asked earlier, what does the money line mean, and what does over-under? They're all betting terms. Over, under 8.5. So if they go over 8.5, that means that they probably get 9 runs. And if it's less than 8.5, then it's 8 or less. And money line is a winner. So they pit Vegas has pit the Dodgers to win. The odds are at -240. The higher the odds, the better the payout. Pitch, and there's a ground ball hit over towards first base. It's scooped up by the first baseman, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Cubs, and 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. And we head to the second inning. It's no score. Yeah. Thank God I don't know. Hi, JJ. Just stopping by to say hi. Grace! Oh, Grace. Grace. This week, hold up. We're going to do this. 1 second. Grace, be on the lookout for a Sixers pod this week because I have a lot to say. I'm going to release a podcast this week and just absolutely spill my guts out on the basketball team. Just be on the lookout for that. And don't you worry, Sixers Nation. I will also be keeping up with the draft, the lottery, all that stuff. We'll make sure that we have some content following up on all those things. I just couldn't go live. I couldn't go live for the last 2 Sixers games because this baseball team right now is more interesting. Even though, honestly, I'll be honest with you, I wish I didn't do the baseball game today. Had I known that they would only put up no runs. So, yeah. That's it. That's all I got to say. But back to our live stream we go. Grace, you're the best. Shout out to Grace. Let's give Grace a round of applause. Up, where is it? Where's my sounds? There's Grace. We had to play the MVP chant. Because Grace is our MVP. I haven't seen Grace in a while. It's nice to see Grace. So Glassnow is going to pitch the second inning. Again, the Dodgers actually shut the Cubs out 3-0 on the 11th. And then yesterday, the Cubs shut out the Dodgers. So essentially, both teams are going to have to get shut out today. Which wouldn't happen because there's no such thing as a tie. The pitch, and it's high for a ball. Grace probably left. The windup and the pitch popped up, hit out over towards left center field. And the center fielder's there to catch it in the alleyway, and there's one out. That was Michael Busch. See, the other cool thing I like about doing these other baseball games is I can think to myself, well, maybe the Phillies aren't as bad, or maybe they are really bad in this area. Or, damn, I wish that we had this. Or, thank God we don't have that. It gives you more perspective. Here comes Dansby Swanson. And that's low and away for a ball. It was a curveball. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Oh, yeah, TikTok. Let me get up the TikTok comments. I forgot. Because they don't show you TikTok comments on here. So I got to pull it up myself. One ball, one strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Beautiful slider thrown. The 1-2, low and outside for ball 2. It says that we're streaming on TikTok, but where is it? Huh? Weird. Aren't we still live? No. The pitch. And there's a swing and a miss. Huh? Should say that we're live. And it doesn't say that we're live. Weird. I'll turn it off, and then I'll try to go back on. Three balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff pitch. It's popped up, hit over towards medium depth right center field. Right fielder Hernandez is there with the sunglasses on, makes the grab, and 2 gone. How about now? Is it streaming now? Is this better? There we go. That's better. 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 Hold up 1 second. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over to right field. Hernandez is there and makes the catch for out number 3. Okay, I think that we fixed the problem. Good. And we're going to the bottom of the second. No score. Good. Great. All right, we're all set. No need to worry. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Volume just dropped tremendously. Are we better? Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go. I was thinking out loud. What's up, John? I'm never going to do that again. Dude, that was creepy. Ugh. I'll never do that again. That was so cringe. Ugh. Why do I have to make it corny, man? Sure, you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Ugh. You guys make me go insane. Yeah, I was thinking out loud. Oh, jeez. We're going to the bottom of the second. No score out at Dodger Stadium. We got 24 people tuning on in. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button too. Memberships, they are $2.99 a month. Mod Squad, even though we only have 1 mod here. Or do we have 2? No, we got 1. Michael's here. What's up, Michael? Everyone knows JJ's doing it live, baby. Yes, sir. We are doing it. We are doing it. Padres play the Astros next Sunday. Guess who's going to be covering that? Us. We will be covering that. Yes, we will. Got to make my way out to L.A. and go to a Dodgers game. The pitch, and that's way outside for a ball. John probably didn't even hear me whispering for him, which is good. The pitch. There's a strike called to Teoscar Hernandez. 300 average for Teoscar, 5 homers and 16 runs batted in as well. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Good sweeper thrown to Teoscar Hernandez. Cubs have their gray uniforms on with blue text that says Chicago painted across the chest. And the 1-2 delivery to Teoscar Hernandez is just off the plate. And not by much. What's up, Justine? Yes, you called. I was whispering to you because you couldn't hear me. That sounded creepy. 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Hit back over towards the screen. Colin has a a sinker, a cutter, a four-seamer, a sweeper, a splitter, and a curveball. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He has been mowing down these Dodgers hitters so far as he records his third strikeout on the evening. It's 3 Ks. Three strikeouts so far. And now here comes Michael Conforto to the plate. The windup and the pitch, and Conforto laces this one out over to center field, and they'll drop in for a single. And playing it on 2 bounces is the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Conforto gets the first hit of the day. He's the first base runner in this ball game. Conforto was aggressive on that pitch. He knew that there wasn't going to be a lot of opportunities for him to see pitches, and so he took advantage of a mistake right there. It's Will Smith who's coming up to the plate. There's a broken bat, fly ball hit out over to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding second, heading over to third base. The throw, he is safe. Pete Crow Armstrong's throw is a little bit off the line. Heading over to third base is Conforto, and back-to-back singles already allowed by Colin Ray. Sometimes it's just about where do you put the bat. It's about if you can make contact or not. And Conforto was able to slide into third base. He didn't get his left hand in there. He had to sort of change hands. His right hand was closer to the bag, and he almost overslid the bag, but to his credit, he held on. Double play could help the Cubs here, but the Dodgers looking to strike first as the first pitch is fouled away back over towards the screen. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. 0-1 to Muncy. The windup and the pitch. High and away. The Dodgers' 7, 8, and 9 hitters have the worst batting average in baseball. Muncy just hitting 184. And the pitch that he takes is a curveball that's outside. And the count is 2-1. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. Already 20 pitches thrown by Ray, and the next pitch is swung on and missed. And 2-2 is the count. Toss bat to first. Not in time. Muncy's 34 years old. He'll be 35 in August. And he fouls off the next pitch and stays alive. He's 2 for 3 in his career against Ray with a double and an RBI. Ended up going 1 for 3 in last night's loss. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Colin Ray. Give him 4. Four strikeouts. He has gotten 4 of his 5 outs via strikeout. And Kike is up to bat. 4 homers, 7 RBI. Just a 100 batting average, though, so far. And the pitch that he sees is strike 1 on the outside edge. That whisper will fuel my nightmares tonight. The pitch on the way. Line drive hit out to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The Dodgers are going to strike first, and they lead it 1-0. And so Conforto does score. And it's an RBI single by Kike Hernandez. Wow. He roped that thing out to left field and got the bat on the barrel, squared it up perfectly, and launched it into the outfield for a hit. 2 outs, bottom of the second, 1-0 LA, and Miguel Rojas, the 9-hole hitter, stares at strike one. I'm watching you, JJ. The pitch. It's up high for a ball. I always feel like somebody's watching me. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Rojas. It's down for ball 2. Or as Hall & Oates had a song called Private Eyes. They're watching you. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to Rojas. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field. And Crow Armstrong maneuvers towards his right side and stops and waits for the baseball. And he finally catches it for out number 3. And so we head to the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 Dodgers on the RBI single by Kike Hernandez. And the Cubs will have 7, 8, and 9 due up in the batting order. Beautiful. Hall & Oates. Yes, sir. Lamont is Moosey's big twin brother that stays out all night hunting. You mean Lars Nootbaar? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's just such a great name. It's a beautiful name, man. Baseball, you really do get familiar with a lot of names, and Lars Nootbaar is just such a great name. We're going to the 3rd inning. Dodgers lead it 1-0. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon as well. And that way you'll know when we go live for Phillies, Sixers, Eagles, and other Major League Baseball games. Baba Booey looks like the That was funny. Oh my gosh. We're going to the 3rd inning. This is the only baseball game left. That's why they call it Sunday Night Baseball. Blue Jays won against the Orioles 7-6 in extra innings. And the Braves lost 8-3 to the Rays. The Marlins won 11-4 against the Nationals. And the Astros beat the Angels 7-3. Kyle Hendricks got the win. The pitch, and there's a ball taken from Tyler Glassnow. The pitch to Armstrong. Fly ball hit out over to deep right field. That's going back towards the track, and it is gone. Punch, counter punch, tie ball game. He got way under that pitch, too. The launch angle was at 42 degrees, and the distance only went 370, but still, the fact that he was able to hit it that far is pretty impressive. If you could cut that call too, I'd appreciate it. You can cut the Sunday night calls too, for both sides. The pitch, and there's a strike called. Red Sox beat the White Sox 3-1 today. And the pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. 7-0 was the final score of the Cardinals-Phillies game. And the Padres, don't worry, Phillies fans. Padres blanked out the Rockies today 6-0. They only had 2 hits. Just 2. Not 200, just 2. The pitch, and it's taken low for a ball. The Diamondbacks beat the Brewers 5-2. Out at Chase Field, and the Mariners beat the Rangers 3-1. And speaking of 3-1, here's the 3-1 pitch, and it's low for ball 4. And well, that's gonna result in a walk to Carson Kelly. The Giants beat the Yankees today 5-4. They took the series out in New York, and they are now 11-4 on the season. Royals also won against the Guardians 4-2. Ben Lively got the loss, and Carlos Estevez, former Philly, got his 5th save of the season. And the Cincinnati Reds, they shut out the Pirates 4-0. There were a lot of shutouts today, man. A lot of shutouts today. The Pirates got 2 hitted. And the Twins, they won 5-1 against the Tigers. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hunter Green has been so far so good. Mets also shut out the A's today 8-0. That's like the 5th shutout. The pitch, it's a wild pitch, and heading over to second base is Carson Kelly. He's in scoring position. And Tyler Glassnow just continues to struggle for the Dodgers. So those are all your final scores. The go-ahead runs over at second. The 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a slow roller hit over to third. It's a foul ball, though. And Muncy backhand throws it over towards the dugouts. Two balls and 2 strikes. There's Craig Counsell, who's the manager for the Chicago Cubs. He has got to be very happy with his ball club so far. Glassnow unraveling as the 2-2 pitch is low. The Chicago Bears and cornerback Kyler Gordon have agreed to a 3-year, $40 million extension for a cornerback. $31.2 million is guaranteed. The 3-2 pitch, that was inside, but nonetheless called a strike 3 anyways. And Glassnow gets the benefit of the doubt. And there is out number 1 of the inning, as Matt Shaw goes down looking on strikes. I'm shot. You see Marsh after the game addressing the slump? Yeah, I did. I'm sure he is bummed. I mean, how can you be happy? The pitch. There's a strike call to Ian Happ. Yeah. The pitch to Happ. And there's a little blooper hit out over to center field. And on the run to make the diving catch is Tommy Edman. Did he catch that? I think he caught it. He did. What an excellent catch by Tommy Edman. It was like he was Spider-Man out there, just with that whole extension. That thing was ready to die out in center field, and he just was able to dive on forward, and he caught it just above the ground. That was an excellent play. And that, honestly, could have changed things if he didn't catch that. Here comes Kyle Tucker to the plate. Glassnow did tip his cap over to Edman, and the pitch is taken low for a ball. You know, I didn't play any sort of charges today. Nothing. I didn't play anything because they didn't get a hit from the third inning on. 1 ball and no strikes. They didn't get a base runner. After the third inning. The pitch, there's a foul ball. Tucker's average is at 324. He does have 5 long balls on the season thus far. Yeah, that George Springer has the highest average so far this year. Pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop. Mookie Betts has it, throws it over to first on the run, and Tucker is out. And the inning is over. However, Pete Crow Armstrong, PCA, able to take one out of the yard against Tyler Glassnow. And we head to the bottom of the third, 1-1 out in L.A. All right, I'm going to take a quick step off. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Here comes Ohtani to the plate again, and he stares at strike one. Oh, 1 pitch, and it's outside for a ball. By the way, unfortunately, Justin Steele is on the 15-day IL, and it was just announced that he's going to be missing the rest of the season. 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a tough loss for the Cubs. And Ohtani was skyless one out over to left field again. He got way underneath it. And there to make the grab is the left fielder, Ian Happ, for out number 1. He's going to have elbow surgery. The pitch to Mookie Betts, and strike 1. If you're tuning in over on TikTok, appreciate you. 0-1 is the count to Mookie Betts. The pitch outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Betts. There's a line drive, foul ball. Dodgers have won 7 championships. They were founded back in 1883. The pitch on the way, and that thing is popped up and hit out over towards shallow right field, and nobody can make the catch. Nobody. Horner couldn't catch it. The right fielder, Tucker, couldn't catch it. And Mookie gets on with a bloop single. He's being interviewed right now. That has got to be so corny. When you're on the mic and you're trying to make a good catch, you got to stay focused. I mean, it's got to be so distracting. That almost bounced off of his left cleat. Here comes Tommy Edman to the plate, and he launches that foul. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch to Edman, high and inside by Colin Ray. That's 1-1. I never knew much about Duke Snider. The pitch, there's a swing and a miss. I know that's like so random, but I was just doing some research on him the other day. I knew that he was a 2-time World Series champion, and I knew that he was an icon, but I wanted to sort of learn a little bit more about him. As the pitch is going to be flied out over to left field, and the catch will be made by Ian Happ as he shies over towards his right side. And there's out number 2. Was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame back in 1980. Had a .295 lifetime average, 407 homers, and 1,333 RBI. The pitch to Teoscar Hernandez, and that's fouled back. Made his debut back on April 17th of 1947. He never had a 200-hit season. The pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop, and the throw over to first is in time, and there's out number 3 as Teoscar Hernandez grounds out, and the inning is over. So we played 3 innings and go to the top of the 4th. It's 1-1. He had 198 hits in 1953, had 199 in 54, and in 1950 had 199 hits then. Any relation to Jim? No, I don't think so. To Jim Snyder? No, his last name is spelled Snider. Phillies were founded in 1883, oldest and longest continuous one-city, same name American sports team ever. Oh, Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds. Jim Edmonds. Tommy Edman? No, Tommy Edman. No, he spells it Edman. I posted that 3 batters ago. Yeah. Jim Edmonds. By the way, phenomenal baseball player. Called him Jimmy Baseball. Jim Edmonds. I caught the tail end of his career. He actually played up until 2010, which I didn't know. I saw him in 2007 when he was with the Cardinals. That's where I remember Jim Edmonds. And that's right, he went to the Padres, then the Cubs, and then he played for the Brewers and the Reds towards the tail end of his career. Jim Edmonds. What a guy. That's a blast from the past. Glassnow gonna pitch again. Throws it up high for a ball. Turner has not been able to catch up to those fastballs. The next pitch he takes is outside for ball 2. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Edman is Edman. Jim Edmonds is different. The pitch. And there's a called strike. Two, 1. Swing and a miss. Pitch, and there's a called strike 3, and that's going to send Justin Turner back over to the dugout. Another strikeout by Glassnow. That's 3. 1, 2. Trace. Of a Glassnow and a new bar, pun intended. Last night's game that the Cubs played, where they scored 16 runs on 21 hits. As the pitch is taken for a ball. That game not only marked the first time this season that the Dodgers have lost a home game, but it also marked one of the largest margins of victory in the history of the rivalry between the two teams. Pitch, and that's taken for a strike. The 16-run margin of victory is the Cubs' largest of all time over the Dodgers in a road game dating all the way back to 1884. To a pitch, and it's taken for a strike. That win broke a record that had stood for nearly 110 years. And that was set when the Cubs beat the Dodgers 19-4 back in Brooklyn, which was in May of 1915. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch, and that's taken up high for a ball. What's up, Alex? 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Line drive. Base hit out over to right field. And a 1-out single to Michael Busch. Again, 16 runs the Cubs put up against the Dodgers last night. And they shut out the Dodgers 16-0. At home. That was also the Cubs' first home loss. That's a beating, yeah. That's like a 49. That's like a 49-0 score in football. The pitch, and it's taken for a ball. In terms of wins in Los Angeles, the victory shattered the Cubs' previous record, which was set back in 1958, where they beat LA 15-2. Now, the Cubs did beat the Dodgers back in May of 2001, and they beat them that large. The largest margin of victory was 19, and that was back at Wrigley Field. It was a 20-1 score. The pitch, and that's taken in the dirt for ball 2, and it also gets away from Will Smith, and heading over to second base is Busch. So 1 out here in the top of the 4th. It's 1-1 out in LA. Each team has been shut out once in this series so far. The 2-1 pitch, and there's a called strike. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on over at second in the top of the 4th. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Tyler Glassnow is on fire, and he has 4 strikeouts tonight. Four strikeouts in 3 2/3. Nico Horner stares at a wicked curveball that catches the inner third of the zone. Oof. His curveball vertical break has been unbelievable, which means that it just dips. Absolutely just goes below the zone. No balls, 2 strikes, as the next pitch was a fastball. See what he goes with here. Here's the 0-2. It's a curveball that's in the dirt. Didn't really have much break to it. Connor McDavid now has 8 assists in his last 3 games for hockey. That's ridiculous. The 1-2. It's in the dirt for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Glassnow kicks and delivers. There's a fly ball hit over towards left center field. Center fielder says he has it, and he does, and there's out number 3. And so, we're going to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-1. 5, 6, and 7 due up in the Dodgers batting order when they return. Have a great night, Alex. Thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate you. Hello, TikTok. If you're still on with us, appreciate you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, too. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, which means that it is time now for On This Day in Baseball History. Today's date is April 13th. We are rocking through April now. Okay. We'll do this one. On April 13th of 1933, okay, Sammy West of the St. Louis Browns goes 6 for 6 in an 11-inning victory over the White Sox. West had 5 singles and a double off of Ted Lyons. That same day, Dick Bartell of the Philadelphia Phillies with Glenn Wright of the Dodgers was the opening day matchup at the Baker Bowl in 1933. What is the Baker Bowl, you might be wondering? Well, 12,000 were in attendance in that game. 12,000 people were there. They're not going to show us anything else, are they? No. We'll do some more research on it. Baker Bowl National League Park. It was a stadium in Philadelphia. That was the home stadium of the Phillies from 1887 until 1938. I really did not know that. And the first home field of the Eagles from 33 to 35. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th. I really didn't know that. Did you guys know about Baker Bowl? I didn't know about it. The pitch, and that's way up high for ball 2. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Right field was only 300 feet and... right center was 300 feet and right field was 280 feet. Center field was 408 feet and left field was 341. That was the dimension back then. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Conforto's in the box. The capacity was just 20,000. In the pitch. And that's taken outside for ball 3. The pitch, here it comes. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts by Colin Ray. Five strikeouts, man. He's having himself a day. The windup. And the pitch. Foul ball to Will Smith. Dude, I wish that right field for us was 290 feet. The pitch. And there is a strike called. Let's just get right field 290 feet again for our left-handed hitters. Pitch, and that's going to go behind Will Smith. They call it a sweeper. That went way behind him. Oof. One-two pitch, here it comes. Check swing, foul ball. The construction of the baseball field in today's money is $2.8 million. It was just $80,000 back in 1894. Pitch. That's taken for a ball. Sorry, 1887. It didn't open until 1894. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. The throw over to first in time. Will Smith, I guess, did not get a good start out of the box. There's 2 away. I remember trying out for T-ball. I hit the T. I joined the band. You happy that you joined the band? What'd you play? The pitch. There's a strike called. Ray has thrown 14 first pitch strikes and has faced a total of 16 batters. He's just getting ahead. The pitch. That's up high for a ball. What'd you play? 1-1 pitch is high and away. And the count is 2-1. You were a drummer boy. How about that? How about that? 2-1 pitch. That's just a little bit outside. Not by much. 3-1 is the count. Here comes the 3-1 and it's high for ball 4. Okay, so now I know something. So when I get a live studio, right? If I ever get a studio, right? And if I ever wanted some live sound effects, I know who to go to. I do. I know who to go to. I'm too lazy to play my soundboard. I got that guy. Rode those sticks to Philadelphia and 5 years on the road. Wow. That's awesome. So there's 2 outs and a runner on over at first base. And that's going to be it for Colin Ray. That's it. 68 pitches, 3 2/3 of an inning. I'm shocked that they're taking them out. But they are. And we have a pitch and change. Evelyn, what's up, Evelyn? Joining us over on TikTok. Appreciate you. What else is going on in sports? Oh, did anybody watch golf today? Anybody watch the Masters? Because Rory did win. Can't wait to watch those highlights. All the basketball games are done. Looks like everybody played today. Celtics won 93-86. Grizzlies won 132-97. The Thunder beat the Pelicans 115-100. The Clippers won in overtime 124-119 in Golden State. The Trailblazers beat the Lakers 109-81. The Hawks won 117-105 against the Magic. And the Knicks beat the Nets 113-105. The Pacers beat the Cavs in 2 overtimes, 126-118. And the Wizards beat the Heat by 1 point. They won 119-118. The Bulls did win against the 76ers, 122-102. The Bucks beat the Pistons in overtime, 140-133. We have 4 other scores that we'll get to. as the pitch. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Thank you so much for the new sub. Appreciate it. The pitch. And there's a changeup that's taken for strike 1. 5 watching and 5 likes over on the vertical. Nice. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kiki Hernandez. Keller's pitching, and Hernandez pops it up. It's a foul ball, though, that goes out of play. We got 14 likes over on the regular and 38 people watching. Let that change. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th, and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Keller does his job and gets a strikeout to end the inning. And we head to the top of the 5th, all knotted up at 1 apiece. Sorry, had to do that. That was Brad Keller. Brad Keller is now 29 years old. Played for the Royals for 6 years. And last year he was on the White Sox and the Red Sox. Now he's on the Cubs. Brad Keller. The other NBA scores that we forgot to talk about were these. The Bucks won 140-133 in overtime. The Rockets lost 126-111 against the Nuggets. The Timberwolves beat the Jazz 116-105. The Spurs were able to put up 125 points against the Raptors, who only scored 118. And then the Kings outplayed the Suns 109-98. And those are all your final scores. So the Suns are out of the play-in tournament. The Warriors are going to play the Grizzlies in round 1 of the play-in tournament. And then on the losers bracket, it's Kings against Mavericks. That should be wild. And then the loser of the Golden State-Memphis game plays the winner of the Sacramento-Dallas game. And the Magic are in the play-in tournament. I'm sure that Jane's going to be watching that. Magic will host against the Atlanta Hawks. And then the loser of that game plays the winner of the Bulls-Heat game. When does the play-in tournament start? The pitch, and it's low and in the dirt for a ball. It starts Tuesday. Grizzlies play the Warriors at 10. And the Hawks play the Magic at 7:30. 1 ball, no strikes. The windup and the pitch. Inside and not by much for ball 2. Pete Crow Armstrong is a very fast player. He also homered off of Glassnow. His first at-bat, 1-1, swing and a miss. The Tankers tanked with authority in the last game, even though it wasn't really necessary. 1-2 pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. Can somebody actually look up and tell me when the lottery is? The NBA draft lottery. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Tyler Glassnow fires another K. Five strikeouts. 5 for Glassnow. Kelly hitting on the right side. Takes a curveball that's a little bit inside. They call it a strike. $400 million. Get your ticks. Get your tickets. The pitch. That's a low. May 12th. Thank you. 1988 Eagles fan. What's up, man? 1-1 pitch, and that's high for ball 2. May 12th. The Phillies are on that day, aren't they? Yeah, they play at 6:45 against the Cardinals again. 2-1. And that gets a hold of Carson Kelly. That has got to hurt. Ouch. Got him right on the hand. Oh, gosh. The trainer's going to go check up on him. That's got to leave a mark. Got him right on the bottom hand. Oof. The more and more they show these replays, I'm like, can we just stop showing the replays? We see that it hurts. Your birthday's the 14th? So Kelly's over at first base. He gets rewarded first base. As he got nicked up on that hand. He's catching. So they give him first base. There's one out here in the top of the 5th. And Shaw's up. And the pitch is outside. Kick them when they're up. Kick them when they're down. Pitch to Shaw. Foul ball. George! Haven't played that all day. 1-1 delivery. Foul ball. Thanks so much for the sub. Appreciate it. What's up, JJ? Rough series for the Phillies. Yeah. You're being too nice. That was a pitiful series. One-two pitch. It's way up high for ball 2. John, you're a liar. I thought you were a drummer, not a trumpeter. A trumpet man. 2-2 pitch from Glassnow. And Shaw had to get out of the way. It was at 93 miles per hour. The count's 3-2. So it's 1-1. We're in the top of the 5th. The Dodgers were able to strike first. They got an RBI single by Kike Hernandez. And then Pete Crow Armstrong tied it back in the top of the 3rd with a home run. The pitch. And another foul ball. Mike, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate you, man. We go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. Season just started. I'll change if this continues. 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? And they say yes, he did. And another strikeout by Tyler Glassnow. 6. 6 strikeouts, man. And Happ is going to sky the first pitch out over towards shallow left field. And Betts is going to make the catch over on the turf. And out number 3 is recorded. Bottom of the 5th for the Dodgers. Coming up in just a few moments. 9-1 and 2 to up in the batting order. Season just started. I'll stop being nice if this continues. Hey, I mean, my gosh. I'm patient too, but as I mentioned before, they're in a slump. That's the way the baby crumbles. Oh, that's a cookie. Sixers president of basketball ops, Daryl Morey, said he and Coach Nurse are going to be back next season. They are coming back, folks. Shut up. That was very sarcastic. They're coming back another season. Nothing worse than going to sleep watching some mellow YouTube video only to be awakened to an obnoxiously loud 40-minute commercial for some violent language. Appropriate without any profanity. Thanks. Oh, wait, no, hold up. Minute commercial for some violent machine gun video game. Okay. I was reading the Stream Elements bot showed up. Those kids scared Moosey. Great. This game is... There's like no juice in this game either. So far. Pitch. Ground ball. Diving stop by the third baseman. Throw over to first by Shaw. And Rojas is out. I did not mean to do that. That was the wrong sound effect. Rojas just got robbed on a base hit. And Shaw made an excellent diving stop. Fielded it on just one bounce. And Ohtani is up. First pitch to Shohei. Ground ball towards the right side. Scooped up by the second baseman. He spins, he turns, he throws over to first. And it's in time, and Ohtani is retired. For the second time, really the third time today. Like on TikTok if you have not done so already. We appreciate each and every one of you. Are the Padres really good or just playing bad teams, says Mr. Wright? What's up, dude? The Padres are a very good team. They played very, very well last year, too. I think that they're a dark horse to win the NL West. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. 1 strike to Mookie Betts. Here's the windup and the pitch, and Betts takes it down for ball 2. Sun is still out. There must be a lot of shadows. The pitch, and it's taken for a ball. Everybody talks about hitting with the shadows, but playing defense with shadows as well is probably not easy. The pitch, and that's a called strike, really? Don't think it was a ball. It's 3-2 nonetheless, though. The windup in the pitch to Betts. That was certainly inside and high for ball 4. And Betts does get on with a walk. Nice, thank you, sir. Looking better than the Dodgers. Yeah, they are. Now, the Giants are what I did not expect. I don't know what the Giants are. But the Padres, I am absolutely not surprised about them. They are a good team. They are not afraid of the Dodgers. They look like that they're fearless. Tommy Edmonds coming up to the plate. Blue batting gloves, and the first pitch he sees is a little bit high. It's a called strike anyways, though. And Edmonds sort of shrugs it off. Two outs and a runner on at first, and the 0-1 pitch is at 96 at the kneecaps for strike two. Next Sunday, we got Padres and Astros for Sunday Night Baseball. We got the Phillies all week long. They play every day. They play the Giants for 4, and then they play the Marlins for 3. We'll be covering all 7 of them. I don't know if I'll be on Saturday, but we'll see. 0-2 pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Mr. Wright, you're the best, man. Shout out to Mr. Wright. You're the man. The pitch to Edman. Line drive. Base hit. Down the right field line. Horner tries to get over to it. Then he actually knocked it down. And Edman gets on with a single. Betts was about halfway over between third base and home plate. Then he walks back over to third. That was a little bit awkward, but Tommy Edman was able to just get it off of the inner part of the bat, and he was able to hit it over the first baseman's head over on that right field line, and it sort of slowed up. It didn't kick or have more speed. It was sort of a slow, it took a slow bounce. Here comes Teoscar, and he stares at strike one at the kneecaps. He's 0 for 2 today. Edman has been seeing the baseball very well. The pitch. Outside. Thrown by Keller. Mr. Wright, how'd you get into baseball? Who are you a fan of? 1 ball, 1 strike. Keller kicks and fires, and Hernandez pops it up over towards shortstop. Swanson's there, catches the can of corn, and out number 3 made as we head to the 6th inning. Still 1-1 out at Dodger Stadium. Tucker, Turner, and Bush coming up. Thank you for the welcome, guys. Happy to be subbed. Well, we're happy to have you, my friend. We are. We're happy that you're here. Any hockey games on right now? The Sabres are down 7-3 to the Lightning. Oof. Blue Jackets are up 3-1 against the Capitals. The Jets are down 2-1 against the Oilers. And the Sharks trail 2-1 against the Calgary Flames. Flyers lost in overtime 4-3. Islanders shut out the Devils 1-0. The Bruins won 4-1 against the Penguins. And the Maple Leafs beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-1. I don't really have a team. I'm from San Diego. Just started to follow baseball this season. It's all new to me. I got you, man. Dude, I wish that there was a San Diego Padres content creator out there. I just don't know of any, and I haven't seen one on YouTube. You know? If I had 2 lives, one thing I would do is I would actually cover that because that's like a wide open space because the Padres have been playing very good baseball and they are definitely one of the hottest teams in sports. I wish that they would have never gotten rid of the San Diego Chargers and moved out to LA. So what, they just have a baseball team and that's it? Glassnow's going to pitch for his 6th inning. He'll face Kyle Tucker, one of the hottest hitters in baseball. And the first pitch is up high for a ball. 5 long balls for Kyle Tucker and 18 RBI as well. And the 1-0 pitch, ground ball rolled over towards the right side. Second baseman has it, tosses it over to first, and 1 away as Tucker grounds out. The Dodgers are 11-5. They're 2 games behind the Padres in the NL West. The Cubs, on the other hand, have been off to a very good start. They are 10-7, and they are 1.5 games above the Brewers and the Reds, and 2 games above the Cardinals. The pitch. There is a called ball. The Dodgers are also a half game behind the Giants. If they win tonight, they'll be tied with the Giants. One ball, one strike to former Dodger Justin Tucker. 1 out, bases empty, and the 1-1 pitch from Glassnow is a curveball that misses low and outside for ball 2. Tower's been pretty good today. Comes back with a fastball, and the count is even at 2-2 as the pitch is bounced foul. San Diego did shut out the Rockies 6-0 today. The 2-2 pitch to Turner, and he lays off the curveball. Don't know how he did it. It looked deceptive, but it was low. And it's a full count. The Dodgers are winning the series against the Cubs. Played the first 2 games out at Tokyo. 3-2 pitch, foul ball, and Justin stays alive. We covered the Tokyo series. That was fun. That was fun. Glassnow comes sit above the belt, kicks, fires the pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him looking at the knees. 7 strikeouts. All by Glassnow. That's 7 Ks. And Glassnow all fired up. Freddie is still out. And the pitch. That's taken low and inside for ball 1. Pitch to Bush. Another swing and a miss. That slider has been so effective tonight. Money is a hit. The 1-1 pitch, foul ball, back over towards the screen. Bush is 27 years old. 8 flyouts thrown by Glassnow, 2 groundouts, and 7 strikeouts. 2 gone, and the 1-2 pitch to Bush. Laid off and in the dirt. Here's the 2-2, and it misses inside for ball 3. Bush was traded to the Cubs from the Dodgers on January 11th of 2024, along with Yency Almonte. The pitch fouled off. That was in exchange for Jackson Ferris and Sayer Hope. It's a great album, John. It's one of my favorite albums. 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. I love the transition from that song to Us and Them. It's such a great transition. It's a great segue. Hobble foot. Three-two pitch, another foul ball. And Glassnow battling against Michael Bush. Bush is trying to work up that pitch count. And it seems to be working. It is a great concept album. The payoff pitch, here it comes. Fly ball, hit out to deep right field, and the Cubs have taken the lead. Goodbye, baseball. That was 400 feet. As soon as the pitch was thrown, it spelled gone all over it. Kaboom. And Swanson's up. And he stares at a 95-mile-per-hour pitch that's on the outside corner. But it's called ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, low and away for ball 2. Cut that call too if you can. Two outs. And they'll end up in the pitch. And it's a strike. Blake Trinan already getting loosened up in the bullpen for the LA Dodgers. 2-1 delivery, and the ball slipped out of Glassnow's hand as it's down for ball 3. Bush with his third homer of the season. And he needed that. 3-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Rolled over to shortstop Betts. The throw over to first in time. And out number 3 is made. Conforto, Smith, and Muncy all coming up for the Dodgers. But nonetheless, Michael Bush leaves the yard and gives the Cubs a 2-1 advantage. Michael Bush has a 1.049 OPS in his career against the Dodgers, and they gave him away. Redemption. It's pretty wild. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to take a quick step off. Miguel Amaya is going to be the new catcher. So we start off the bottom of the sixth. It's 2-1 Cubs. And Caleb Thielbar is going to come on in to pitch. He has a 5.06 ERA. And the 1-0 delivery. Strike one. It's a sweeper. How about the Jets getting themselves the President's Trophy? It's pretty wild. 1-1. Foul ball. That goes out of play. How we doing on the likes? And how many people are watching? We got 31 people watching, right? Let's get to 50 likes. We're at 24. We're halfway there. 1-2 pitch. Line drive hit out towards left center field for a base hit. And the center fielder, Crow Armstrong, spins and turns and throws it over to second base. And Conforto gets aboard for the second time tonight. And so the tying run is over at first base. 25-31. Nice. Very nice. Oh, we're making a score now. I like that. I like that. I like the score. The pitch. And that is taken for a strike. It's okay. You're good. You're good, Scott. No worries. You don't have to do every job. It's okay. Other people in the chat got me covered. 0-1 pitch. It's a little bit outside. Just by a smudge. One ball, one strike. Thielbar comes set at the letters. Kicks, delivers. The pitch is thrown, and it's down for ball two. There's some good matchups this week in the world of baseball. That's some good matchups. 2-1 pitch. That's a called strike two. Tigers will be playing the Brewers. That should be a good series. Got Astros, Cardinals. Rockies play the Dodgers. Well, Royals, Yankees should be good. And Cubs and Padres might be a very good series, too. The pitch on the way. There's a foul ball. And later on in the week, it'll be Cardinals-Mets. It's always a good rivalry. Mariners play the Reds. Castillo going up against his former ball club. 2-2 pitch. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going all the way over towards the corner. The left fielder, Happ, gets over to it. The throw is cut off by Swanson. Stopping at third base is Conforto. And there's a double by Will Smith. And that's going to put two runners in scoring position. Wow. Thielbar pitching, and already in a jam. And Muncy's up to bat. Max with the first pitch, grounded over to first base. It's just foul, though, and not by much. No balls, one strike. If the Dodgers get a hit here, I want to cut this too. Any scoring plays on these Sunday night games. Here's the 0-1 to Muncy. Strike two. That curveball was placed beautifully. Muncy is the third highest strikeout rate in all of baseball. And he takes the 0-2 upstairs for ball one. George! Here comes the 1-2 to Muncy. It's a breaking ball in the dirt, and Muncy holds his horses. We know that when Max is hot, he is red hot, but he is just in such a slump. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch to Muncy. There's a high fly ball hit out to right field. It's carrying. He'll stay in the yard, though, and making the catch is the right fielder. And a run's going to come in to score, and we're back to a deuce. That is a long out. And the game is tied. The runner from second goes over to third. And a sac fly could give the Dodgers the lead again. That was so close to being gone. So close. And we have a timeout taken as Kike Hernandez is going to come on up. That thing was hit right over to Kyle Tucker. I thought that was going to go. So close. Revved up like a douche. Yeah, I know the song. That's coming to me. Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Blinded by the Light. Yeah. It's a good one. That's one be stuck in my head now. It's a great one-hit wonder song. What are some good one-hit wonders? I like Mambo number 5. Blinded by the Light's good. Is Party All the Time by Eddie Murphy considered to be a one-hit wonder with Rick Ross? That's a good song. If it is, I'll take that. There's a lot of good one-hit wonders. It's hard, though, to be a one-hit wonder now. Me too, Michael. One out, runner on over at third, and the pitch. And that's outside for a ball. Kike Hernandez is in the batter's box. He is just a Dodger for life. Watch Storytellers. Okay. 1-0 pitch. That's a little bit low, but it's called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out. The pitch to Hernandez. Fouled back over towards the screen. Bush has now 10 extra base hits against the Dodgers. Only players with more hits in their first 11 games versus the Dodgers in the last 120 years. Randy Winn with 13. And Ed Sprague with 11. One ball, 2 strikes. Roberts will get set above the letters. He kicks, he delivers, and it's in the dirt. This is Ethan Roberts. He's now 27 years old. Wasn't Ethan with the Phillies organization? He was. 2-2. That's outside for ball 3. They try to appeal and they say no swing. Roberts was with the Phillies. Pitch on the way, and there's a line drive. That's caught by Shaw over at third. Sorry, the TV froze. And there's out number 2. That thing was scorched. Oof. Nice play. Very nice play. That was hit. I think they said 115 miles per hour off the bat. So Kiki lines out. And Miguel Rojas is up. And takes the next pitch inside. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Way up high and inside by Roberts. There was a cutter. And it's 2-0. Here's the 2-0, and it's high for ball 3. And sorry, he did not play for the Phillies. He was just selected by the Cubs back in the 2018 draft. Thought maybe he was a part of the Ben Brown deal when the Phillies got David Robertson. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Strike 1, right down Broadway. Miguel Rojas 0 for 2. And Roberts, right-handed pitcher, gets set at the letters and fires and throws a strike. And the count is full to Miguel Rojas. Cannot wait to watch those press conferences by Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse. Ohtani's up next. And we'll get his 4th chance against the Cubs. The payoff pitch to Rojas. It's fouled away. John from PAS. How are you? How are you, my friend? What's going on? 3 balls, 2 strikes. Roberts gets set at the letters, kicks, and fires the pitch. And that's lined over to center field, but it's going to be caught for out number 3 by PCA, Pete Crow Armstrong. And there's out number 3. So we go to the top of the 7th. Plain White Tees, got you there. That song was out in like 07, 08. It's hard to believe it's been that long. Listening to yesterday, "Sugar We're Going Down" by Fall Out Boy in the car. And I was like, man, that song came out in 05. I was a kid when that song came out. It's weird. It's so weird. Time flies. Just enjoy the moments that we're able to live in. Enjoy the good. You know? Ugh. Need the stretch. Oh, it feels good. That feels good, the stretch. P.S. Drop that link down below, my friend. We appreciate you for stopping by. We got 39 people tuning on in. Scott, did you got that sack fly call? All right, that one I don't get, John. That one I don't know. Before you know it, you're 58. Yep. I'll be patient for that. The BB King sample is excellent. I'll have to check that out, too. The 3D models that they use for these replays are really weird and bizarre. Already cut. Nice. Thanks. Here's the pitch. And it's on the outside corner for strike one, thrown by Blake Trinan. Lou said it's been a good game. It's been all right. It's been a game of fishing, it feels like. In the pitch, and taken for a ball. But finally both teams have scored. They did it in the third, and they did it again. After the Cubs have scored, the Dodgers have responded in the next inning. Actually, sorry, the Dodgers scored first. The Cubs responded in the top half of the next inning, and then the Cubs scored, and then the Dodgers provided their counterpunch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 7th. It's 2-2. Trinan delivers, and the pitch is on the outside corner for strike 3. It's a good pitch. Trinan had that movement on that slider that just was so good. I called that a sweeper. It's more so like a slider, but regardless, it was a good pitch. Here's a sweeper that's at the kneecaps for a strike that certainly had a lot of movement to it. And then it just sort of evened out at the end. 0-1 is the count, and the pitch to Crow Armstrong, and there's a high fly ball hit out to deep center field. Has he done it again? He has! 3-2 Cubs. A multi-homer game by Pete Crow Armstrong. He's on one today. Here's the pitch, and there's a foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. And Miguel Amaya in the batter's box. No balls, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch. And it's outside and low for ball 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's at the kneecaps for strike 2, even though it looked a little bit low. Someone that I used to know. That's by Gautier. Three to 2 Cubs. Pete Crow Armstrong goes deep twice. The 1-2 pitch is outside and low for ball 2. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Trinan with strikeout number 2 on the evening. So Kelly's night is done. Don't know what happened to Carson Kelly. Somebody could tell me. I'd appreciate that. Pitch. Here it comes. Check swing. He did not go. How about Glycerine by Bush? That song's been stuck in my head. Pitch, and there's a foul ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Shaw in the box. The 1-1, strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's outside for ball 2. So Kelly's dealing with a left-hand contusion. The pitch on the way, line drive, base hit, out to right field. It's 3-2, and a 2-out single provided by the Cubs as Shaw is able to come on through, and Happ is coming up. I figured he was going to be taken out after he got hit by that pitch. Figured it would happen. Blake getting ready to throw against Ian Happ, the switch hitter. Toss bat to first. And Shaw safe. I think I looked this up before, but is Ian related to J.A. Happ? The windup and the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. They are not related. Here's the 0-1. Runner goes. It's a foul ball that's hooking out of play, and it hits the netting. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, folks. What are the odds for Ohtani to hit a home run tonight? According to the ESPN bet, it says now it's at plus 550. Here's the 0-2. It's high for a ball. And no throw made over the second base. As Matt Shaw swipes second. It looked like he was going to, because the catcher stood up for a second, but he's over at first. Looks were deceiving. Toss bat to first base, and Shaw is safe. The 20th pitch of the inning, here it comes. Strike 3 called, and Happ goes down looking at a slider. Okay, and so we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2, and the Dodgers are coming up. Ohtani is going to lead things off. Is that good odds? I mean, if you think he's going to hit a home run, I mean, the higher the odds, the more unlikely it's going to happen. But if you take it, Ohtani's the underdog here. Those are pretty high odds. The payout plus 558 odds. Let's look it up. How much does plus 558 odds pay out? Betting odds calculator. If you were to put down $10 on that, that would be like a $65 payout. So the decimal odds are $6.58 if you were to put in $1 for that. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. It's 3-2 Chicago. The Verb Pipe. I've heard of them. The Verve Pipe. Don't they sing Bittersweet Symphony? Here comes Ohtani. And the pitch. And it's outside for a ball. Barstool Sports. They're a betting agency, yeah. They're originally from Philly. The pitch. Swing and a miss. The guy that actually owns it went to Rowan, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he did. I could be wrong. That's the Verve. Okay, thanks. Thought if you bet 100, you get like 550 or whatever the number is. Yeah, if you bet over 100, if you bet 100 on that, you would get like 650 on Ohtani to get a home run. Yeah, that's right. Here's the 1-2 to Ohtani, and there's a fly ball hit out over to right field. It'll be caught, though, just in front of the track by Kyle Tucker, and there's one away. Wow. Mookie Betts is going to be the next hitter. And the pitch is taken for a strike at the kneecaps. It's a slider. Here's the 0-1 to Betts. It's popped out towards center field. PCA gets under it and makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down already. And Edmonds coming up. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. The pitch. It's in the dirt. Thanks, John. Thanks. That ain't how it's going to work, though. The pitch. It's up high for ball 2. This isn't Rain Man. The 2-0 pitch, and it's way up high and outside for ball 3. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and there's a strike called. Oh, we get the vig. I don't know if you'd want Scott driving though, because it's a different. Because they drive from a different side. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. And there's a 2-out walk. Don't they drive on a different side of the road out in Australia? Better than under the wheel. He says even better. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. And Teoscar Hernandez is up. The pitch to Teoscar is high and inside for ball 1. Hernandez hitless in 3 at-bats. Toss bat to first. Safe. There have been a lot of disengagements. It's Merriweather who's pitching. Where's William Clark? The pitch. There's a called strike. That's a terrible joke. Julian Merriweather pitching for the Chicago Cubs. Toss bat to first again. Safe. That's an awful joke. Runner goes. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing. And it's going to be blooped for a foul ball, right? It is a foul ball. That thing almost hit the line. If it was just a smidge over towards the left, that's trouble. Saved by the line. That's as close as it gets. That is so close. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Teoscar strikes out. And we head to the top of the 8th. It's 3-2 Cubs. All right. Time to take a step off. I will be right back. Don't you go anywhere. Don't change that channel. See you soon. Top of the 8th, here's Kyle Tucker. First pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball right down Broadway. And Vesia is going to pitch. He's a 2.25 ERA in 8 innings. He's been pretty good so far. The windup end the pitch, and it's low. Not by much, though. Merriweather, by the way, was the 5th pitcher used by the Cubs in this game. Here's the 1-1 to Tucker, and he fouls it off. Last time Vesia pitched, he went 1 inning and allowed a walk, but also struck out a batter. He's been one of their hard-throwing pitchers. 1-2 is the count. Lefty versus lefty. Tucker 0 for 3. And the 1-2 is down again. Like, subscribe, and hit those bell icons, folks. The 2-2 pitch to Tucker. And there's a fly ball hit over to left field. It is carrying, and it is going to be, it's actually going to hit the line. Conforto couldn't make the catch. Or is it a foul ball? It's a foul ball. Conforto couldn't make the catch, though, regardless. He was like half an inch. He missed it by about half an inch. That hit the line. That's a ground rule double. It bounced right on into the seats. That hit the line. I thought it did, but it was ruled a foul ball. And the Cubs, I think, are going to challenge this. That's a fair ball. Conforto could not get there. Remember that play that Marsh made earlier today? Sort of the same thing, where he was just jogging over towards the ball, and he thought it was going to go foul, but it didn't. That's a ground rule double, and Chicago is challenging it. The call on the field is a foul ball. That hit the line. So it is a ground rule double. And he will be rewarded second base, and he'll just walk 180 feet over to the bag. I don't know why he slowed up there. But he did. I was like, that's not a foul ball. It hit the line. So it's a ground rule double by Kyle Tucker. And Justin Turner's up to bat. The pitch. And it's a breaking ball that's taken in the dirt for ball 1. George! Here's the 1-0 to Justin Turner. Line drive, foul ball as it hits the net. Vesia already in a jam. Wasn't really the best piece of hitting either. But Tucker was able to just put it in play. And Conforto slowed up. He could have caught that if he would have hustled. 1-1. That's outside for ball 2. Dodgers fans must be really mad about that. 2-1. Foul ball. I really don't even drink that much, to be honest with you. I should be drinking more, but I really don't. I think I only have like 1 cup like per stream. Seriously. I definitely should be drinking more. You're funny, though. You are funny. But I should be drinking more, seriously. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Tucker. That's going to bounce away. Over from Amaya. Heading over to third base is Tucker. And it is a 3-2 count. Surprised that Tucker also held his horses there. And so an insurance run is 90 feet away from scoring. Smith could not block that one. Cubs fans are happy on the vertical. What's up, vertical people? Vertical. The pitch. There's a foul ball. Out towards the right side. I'll never be able to bounce back from that. If you're tuning in on the vertical stream, hello. Gosh. The pitch. It's outside and low for ball 4. And that's going to put runners on over at the corners. Gosh, hold up. I needed this. Okay. Shift our focus. All right. Michael Busch is up to bat again. Busch has been destroying the Dodgers, him and Pete Crow Armstrong. Runners on at the corners. The pitch to Busch. Swing and a miss. Tiger King and JJ. I'll never recover. It's no balls, 1 strike. You know what's funny? I will, I'll tell you later. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that was a wicked curveball for strike 2. Hello, vertical people. No one laying down recognized. The funny part about that comment, too, is that there's not a lot of people on the vertical stream. That makes it even funnier. The 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Michael Busch is retired as he goes down looking at a fastball, and there's one away. So there's one out, and Busch is down on strikes, and Dansby Swanson's up. Vesey is still pitching. Swanson 0 for 3 with a 191 average, 4 homers, and 12 RBI on the season. Former Brave hitting on the right side. Takes the pitch up high for a ball. The infield is playing him over towards the left side, so the third base, the shortstop, and the second baseman are all shifted towards that left side. Second baseman's really playing up the middle, but they're trying to give you that sort of a 6-4-3 double play type of a look. The pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Workman is the pinch runner. over at first base. It's 2 balls, no strikes to Dansby Swanson, who's 0 for 3 in this game. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and it's a low for ball 3. Bump, 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 bump. Nico Horner is on deck, and Pete Crow Armstrong is in the hole. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and skied right behind home plate. Who's going to get over to it? The catcher gets called up by the first baseman, Hernandez, and Hernandez catches it. He landed on his knees and somehow, someway, still caught it. What an incredible catch by Kike Hernandez, and what a terrible at-bat by Dansby Swanson. You're ahead in the count 3-0. The pitch is a little bit high, and you just pop it up right behind home plate. It was really towards the right side of home plate. It looked like it was going to be behind home plate, but Hernandez still got over to it and caught it. And a foul out over to the first base side. So there's 2 away, and Nico Horner's up, hitting on the right side. The windup and the pitch. Line drive, hit out towards right field. And that is it caught? No, it's played on the bounce by Hernandez. The throw's made over to third. It's not in time. And the Cubs add on to their lead. It's 4-2. Cut that call too when you get a chance. Hernandez tried to slide, and he just trapped it. The ball did bounce before he caught it. And it's an RBI opposite field single by Nico Horner. And Pete Crow Armstrong with 2 homers today. He's up to bat again. Shows bunt, pops it up. It's a foul ball behind home plate. So they put runners on over at first and third. And Horner gets on with an RBI single. Hernandez tried to make a sliding catch, but the ball bounced right in front of his glove. Toss back to first base, and Horner will try to swipe second. The throw is in time. Base running mistakes is what ends the inning, and we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 4-2 Chicago. Okay. Oops. Caught stealing is Turner, right? Yeah, no, he got caught stealing. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and hit those notification bell icons too. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games, folks. Hold up 1 second. All right, let's go back to this. Let's go here. So it is 4-2. Let's try this. We're going to call this RBI single by Nico Horner. There we go. Got it. All right, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well, folks. 1 ball, no strikes. As up to bat is Conforto. Made an error out in left field, even though it wasn't counted as an error. And he pops up the first pitch and fouls it back towards the screen. That was the second pitch, excuse me. We need 39 more subs for us to get to 5,400. Porter Hodge is going to pitch. He's gone 7 innings. He is a 2.57 earned run average. What's up, Greg? How are you, my friend? Appreciate you for stopping by. 1 ball, 1 strike. The windup and the pitch to Conforto. High for ball 2. We got 28 people watching. Thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch that disappeared out of the zone. Hello vertical people. Hello TikTok people. Two balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the next pitch. Foul ball again. And we'll do it again. Kyle Tucker has 13 extra base hits in his first 18 games with the Cubs. The pitch. Foul ball again. The most in Cubs history in their first 18 games over the last 125 seasons. Hack Wilson at 17. Nick Castellanos at 14. And Mandy Brooks at 14. And Tucker with 13. The pitch. Another foul ball. And Conforto's been battling today. Most certainly has. The 2-2 pitch. High for ball 3. And if Conforto gets on, the tying run would be coming up to the plate. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Who will win the battle? The 3-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 1 strikeout for the first out of the inning. That was a beautiful pitch. That was going out of the zone, and Conforto got fooled. First pitch here is a strike called on the top tier of the strike zone to Will Smith. Wide stance for Will, and he'll pop this one over towards the first base side, over towards the bag. And the catch is made by Michael Busch. 2 up, 2 down already. Time is at 9:44 p.m. What's Ohtani's record tonight? I mean, his stats? His record. He's 0 for 5 so far, yeah. 0 for 4. Sorry. Max tonight 0 for 1. Max Muncy. 2 outs and the 0-1 pitch. Foul ball. He almost hit a home run. Instead it was a sac fly back in the 6th. The ball's 2 strikes to Max. Thank you so much to our new subs. Appreciate you all. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Muncy slams the helmet down. And we go to the 9th. So Muncy strikes out. Pete Crow Armstrong will try to get redemption. He was up to bat the last time, and then it was Nico Horner who got caught stealing to end the inning in a rundown. So Crow Armstrong is going to bat here in the 9th inning, and we'll see what happens. 2 strikeouts in that inning. A Starkey! What's up, a Starkey? How are you? He thinks he's boom slamming the helmet down. What's up, a Starkey? Guys, make sure that you guys go subscribe to a Starkey. Please do. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you. Hi. What's up? What's up? I haven't seen you in a bit. I'm so happy to see you. We're in the top of the 9th as the Cubs lead it 4-2. They are playing the Dodgers. What's up? We got another subscriber. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. If you're on TikTok, go follow us on YouTube and hit the follow button on TikTok as well. Okay, you know what's really weird, and I don't like to bash the platform of YouTube. I really don't. But I'm not under contract with them, and I can say this right now. Okay? Let me go to my monologue screen for a second. I think it's so weird, okay? It is so weird how followers are not subscribers. The pitch to Crow Armstrong. Ground ball, base hit towards the first base side. That's going over to right field. And heading over to second base, rounding second. Going over to third is Crow Armstrong. And he gets on with a leadoff triple to start off the top of the 9th inning. He punched that down the first base line. Not sure why Muncy wasn't playing close to the bag at all. And he was thinking 3 all the way. The helmet came flying off after he rounded second. And he dove into third and did a little Tarzan celebration as well as the driving the bus celebration as well. It's weird. Top of the 9th, and a runner on over at third. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Yeah, don't tell me why. I think it's so weird how a subscriber on YouTube should really be called a follower, and then a subscriber really is more so of a membership, right? But a membership is a subscriber. I don't know. It's weird. No balls, 1 strike, and the windup and the pitch. That's on the outside corner for strike 1. Strike 2. Wow, I'm all over the place. Don't listen to me. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Get ready for some more highlights. That triple was nice. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul ball. Pete Crow Armstrong with 2 homers and a triple. Crazy. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Dreyer gets a strikeout, and there's 1 gone. So 1 out, and Matt Shaw's coming up. Hap is in the hole. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Tomorrow, JJ's channel mysteriously disappears. I wonder why. Because I was talking bad about a platform that I enjoy. I can't criticize anything. Gotta be all positive. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Guys, I hate it here. 0-2 pitch to Shaw. And there's a swing and a miss. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. Let me tell you what it actually is like being on YouTube. Let me tell you how much I really don't like it. Just kidding. Totally just kidding. I really am. The pitch, and Hap pops this one up. It's hit out to right field. Hernandez gets under it, makes the catch, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th. So it's 4-2 Cubs. Crow Armstrong at a leadoff triple, and nobody could get him home. He's retired and sits down and is less vertical. I gotta work on my vertical, meaning my vertical jump. Maybe I could do that if I didn't stream a lot. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We need 36 more subs for us to get to 5,400. Oh, we're so close. So close. And yet so far. Of Scott. All right, so it's Conforto, Smith, and Muncy. They're coming up in the bottom of the 9th. What are the odds now for Ohtani to hit a home run? Obviously, he's not even due up, but he would be the 5th guy to bat. Yeah, that's funny, John. Last night was an embarrassing loss for LA. Well, it's not as embarrassing as the Phillies get. Actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was an all-time embarrassment. You're right. But that was an all-time beatdown by the Cubs. Losing like that at home. You're right. You're not wrong. What's up, Doug? Doug's here. What's up, Doug? Don't forget, after the game is done, we're going to be going over the scores from all of fantasy baseball this weekend because the fantasy baseball week is done. And then that's it, man. Oh, I do have to find somebody to redirect to. Kike Hernandez is up, and the first pitch is taken for strike 1 at the kneecaps. Ryan Presley's going to pitch. That's my closer. That's my closer. Wow. Here's the end the pitch. There's a foul ball. Oh, I know who to go. I know who to go raid. The pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Kike is down on strikes. I'm sorry. Ohtani is up to bat. What am I talking about? They said Conforto was due up, and then I forgot. Well, he just hit. So they had it wrong. That was ESPN's fault. Freddie Freeman's going to pinch hit. He's back for the Dodgers. First pitch to Freddie. Ground ball. Hit over to shortstop. Sliding stop by Swanson. His counterpart, or his old teammate, and the throw over to first is in time for out number 2. And all is up to Shohei Ohtani. That was his former teammate when they were Braves. Can't believe that they had him off the bench to pinch hit. Yeah, we're gonna redirect to him. The pitch. That's taken for a strike. Ohtani 0 for 4. The ball is 1 strike. Presley gets set. Kicks, deals the pitch, and he fouls it off of his hand. Oof. Got a piece of it just on the inner part of the bat, and it sort of hit his hand. And the Dodgers are down to their final strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Presley comes set, kicks, delivers, ground ball, hit over to first base. Bush has it, tags the bag, ball game. The Chicago Cubs, they beat the Dodgers and win the series against LA. Take 2 games out of 3, and the Cubs are victorious. And that is the ball game, man. Yes, sir. Cubs money line today. I knew everybody. Let's go. Josh says, let's go Padres. Isn't that wild? Isn't that insane, dude? All right, now we're going to look at our fantasy baseball league scores, and then we're going to call it a night. And don't forget, I got to do a channel redirect, and I'm going to do that right now for after the game. Great to see the Cubs get a win over those Dodgers. Pete Crow Armstrong, player of the game, a triple, 2 homers. First player with 2 homers and a triple in the same game since Seiya Suzuki did it, which was back in 2021, I believe they said. I think that's what they just said. Where is Givanutes? I gotta type in his video, I guess, don't I? Givanutes. I'll do a channel redirect. Did he just end stream? No, he's still on. Yep, it is ending. Okay. He's getting off. Of course he is. No wonder why I don't see it. No wonder why. Anyhow. Alright. Well, we're gonna get back to the final scores. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick step off before we do the fantasy baseball final scores for this week. And I will see you in just a few moments. Alright, don't go anywhere. All right. Well, here we go. Thank you all so much for tuning on in. Appreciate you all so much for being on here. And yeah, man. All right. It's time to look at all of our final scores from this week in fantasy baseball. Let's go. All right. So give me 1 second. We're going to pull up the window capture, which is right here. Right? And we shall put this one up here, right? So the first final score that we have is Broad Street Bombers against Bucket Getter. And Bucket Getter won 332 to 207.5. And that was my team. So my team took an L. And I'm now 1-2 on the season. All right. Then we got Field of Skeens against Scott. It was a 240-133.5 final score. And the winner was Field of Skeens. Got the W. He got the W. So Field of Skeens is now 2-1. Scott is 0-3. It's okay. You're going to get back in the win column, my friend. You will. Braves champs were able to take on Long Ball Stoners. That game was closer. It was closer. But it was a pretty interesting game. Final score of the game. Long Ball with 202.5. And Braves champs with the W, 268. They were able to put up this week. So Braves champs is now 2-1, and Long Ball is now 0-3 on the season. Okay, this was a bizarre score. Dr. Jaquil versus D. This was an absolute mollywop of a game. And the winner was... Whoops, wrong score. Wrong sound effects. Wow. 407.5 to 153.5 was the final score of that game. So congratulations to Dr. Jaquil. You did a very good job. And so you get the W. Hunter Green had 52.5 points for you. James Wood had 48.5 points for you. And Logan Webb had 38.5. The guys on my team, I had a guy that just got me 39.5, and that was Jackson Chorio. That was it. My Trout did good. Everybody else, absolutely horrendous. Baseball Fantasy versus Batman Wins. This was a good matchup, too, coming into this week. And the winner of this matchup Batman wins. 301.5 to 218 was the final score of that game. We got a couple more. James Philly Phoenix versus Gio. This one was pretty impressive, actually. In a good way. With the first win of the season, one team had to get their first win. Both of them were 0-2. And with the first win of the season, Jane gets the W. Jane's now 1-2. Gio goes down to 0-3. Couple more games that we had going on. Justin's Supreme team was playing against Seriously the Best. And y'all can guess who that is. Seriously is in his name. The winner of this matchup was Justin Supreme team. They won 255 to 176. Congratulations to Justin. That is awesome. And last but certainly not least, the 2-0 George Ellie had to go up against the Rising Rhino. Rhino 1-1 on the season heading into this game. George Ellie was 2-0. The winner of this match Rising Rhino with the W. Dude, Cole Reagans had 57.5 points for him. Corbin Carroll had 36 points for him. And Kevin Gosman had 30. I mean, my goodness. He had guys that were just feasting this week. And so he's now 2-1 on the season. And George Ellie is also 2-1. So congratulations to all the winners in fantasy baseball this week. That's awesome. And so the standings will be updated tomorrow. We'll take a look at those standings. And yeah, great week for fantasy baseball. And that is it for me. All right, I'm going to sign off right now. I appreciate you all so much for tuning on in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. See you all tomorrow for another Phillies game as the Phillies take on the Giants. Lila Tov. And I will catch you all on the next one. Oh, I have to find a channel to go redirect to. So 1 second. I forgot to find one. Where is the channel that's live right now? Should we do this? No. Remove selected video. Redirect. Let's go over to his channel. All right. We'll go say hi to this guy. All right. Love you all. Catch you all on the next one. Good night.